I met my brother-in-law at uni. He asked me out in our first year and I refused. He called me the C word and that I am shallow. My best friend told me that it was harmless comments from a drunken guy who got rejected. I never thought myself shallow. It was his demeanor and awkwardness that was off-putting to me. Anyway, he proved my friend right. And other than these comments, I have never felt uncomfortable during my university years because he never bothered me again, not even looked my way. Next time I met him was when my baby sister introduced him as her boyfriend. I didn't even recognize him at first because it was like 9 to 10 years. Since that day he talked to me, he was visibly annoyed that I didn't recognize him and called me a liar. The family was skeptical at first about him, but he seemed to treat my sister right, and she seemed happy. He is very rich, taking her all over the world, and he seemed kind with her too. They got married after a year of dating. They have 3 children. I met my now ex 5 years ago, and the only odd comment from my brother-in-law was that I was still as shallow and superficial as I was in uni. At the time, I took it as a joke, but in hindsight, when I found out the truth and started thinking back, looking for red flags, this was probably a big one. He never showed any signs that he disliked my husband, and he was always decent enough, and his indifference to have a close friendship with my husband and I didn't seem odd because he was always a recluse. A year ago, my husband came home and accused me of cheating, and he had evidence. The guy contacted him and he had nudes, etc. of me on his phone. The guy told my husband that he didn't know at first that I was married, but as soon as he found out, he contacted my now ex. He even apologized to my husband. I have never met this guy in my life. Nothing I said or did made my husband believe me. He left me and our divorce is pending. Then yesterday, that guy contacted me. He apologized for what he did and told me that he is friends with my brother-in-law. He sent me conversations, endless conversations. My brother-in-law had about me for years. He has never forgotten that I, in his words, didn't even give him a chance, and only judged him by his looks. He called me C in that chat. Both groups chats with his friends, but mostly with this guy. They planned this attack, and my brother-in-law somehow got access to my photos. The reason this guy contacted me now is that he felt guilty because even when my marriage is over, my brother-in-law still was angry and hateful, especially when he heard that I was on a date last weekend. So the friend felt that he didn't help his friend, but ruined innocent people's lives. Not sure what to do. My brother-in-law has actually been happier and more sociable than usual since my divorce, and now I know why. Although at first I thought he felt sorry and wanted to support me. His jokes about me ending up an old maid with cats as companions don't sound like jokes anymore. He meant them. I don't want to ruin my sister's life. She's very happy with her husband. I'm not sure either. If I can with her husband either. I'm not sure if I should tell my ex or not. I am very heartbroken that he didn't believe me. Love him very much, he is the love of my life, but I'm not sure if I can forgive him for not believing me. But he is a victim in this too. So maybe he needs to know for closure. I am so terribly sad and hurt. I'm sorry this post got very long. Update. My soon-to-be ex-husband knows everything. Now apparently the guy who contacted me contacted my husband at the same time and confessed to him, my soon-to-be ex is coming to town this weekend and he wants to talk. Afterwards, I will probably need to look into taking legal actions if that's possible and tell my family. I think now that exposing him is the best and more safe approach should anything more serious happen. At least people would be aware of who to blame. I want to at least make sure that my sister and her children are safe before I tell them everything. Like meeting them at my parents' house after I tell my parents. The pictures were real and were probably stolen from my phone or my husband's because he is the only one that I took the pictures for. I don't know if I can get any justice since the pictures were not of my face. At least I was smart enough not to have my face shown in nudes. I don't know what will happen. Relevant comments. So you're telling me that this guy has kept himself around you for 20 years and is still hung up on you rejecting him. It sounds like he's preyed on your sister to get close to you and will keep trying to ruin your life if you let him get away with this. You need to tell your sister what he did. And the guy he used needs to tell your ex what he did. Not to stir any pots or get your ex back. But so everyone knows what a psycho this guy is. If he's still trying to get back at you after decades of you simply rejecting him, he's never going to stop and he's never going to let you be happy. Original poster replied, "Yes, he's been following me throughout my uni years, and even afterwards he found my sister and managed to charm her. When they got married, I was single, and apparently he was telling his friends how he was glad I was old and single and miserable. Not my experience of my single life. Then when I met my husband, he was angry because he didn't think I would find someone at my age. Now when we are getting a divorce, he was very pleased again, saying I would definitely never find someone at 38, that I would regret turning him down. But I was on a date last weekend, so he spiraled down again and was angry and wrote horrible things about me. So his friend chose to come forward because he thought that my divorce wasn't enough for this guy. His words. Mini update. I really don't have much to add. My sister is very angry. She said that I have ruined her husband's reputation because my ex has blasted him and his friend everywhere. Now he is talking about wanting to end his life because I ruined it because of a joke he played. My parents have told her everything. The day everything was exposed, and apparently she believed them me at first. But now she has turned on me, so she is refusing to listen. I wish I could have a moment with her first before hell broke. On the husband, comment 1. He is looking for jobs here because he wants to move back. I got very anxious and asked if he is doing this because of me. Because we are not together and this wasn't the right time to pressure me, but he said he was doing it for himself and that he doesn't want anything from me but that. And he doesn't want to leave town for brother-in-law to think he has easy prey to harm. I didn't ask about the one he was seeing. It felt it would be disrespectful to interrogate him since I have no right to do that. Maybe it is not serious? Or maybe she is willing to move here. I don't know. I have spoken to lawyers. They don't seem to think this could lead to anything. Comment 2. Yes, and he said that he couldn't just wait and let brother-in-law believe that I was alone and an easy prey. He said that police wouldn't do anything. He was right about that. And people like brother-in-law are better exposed to everyone because they value their image. He doesn't seem to be understanding of my sister, however, and the way she was put in the middle. He did apologize a lot, but probably only because I was distraught and upset about what he did. I don't think he regrets anything. He is very sad himself, and he's been apologizing all the time about everything, including not believing me or trusting his gut that believed me. My brother-in-law hasn't bothered me again since he tried to call me to threaten me, after everything blew up because my ex went to his place again and threatened beating him up again. Now, my sister is even angrier. Husband's relationship comment. Yeah, it is over. I don't think it was a serious relationship. I just heard rumors that he had a girlfriend but didn't know the details, so maybe I thought it was more serious than it was. Now he is moving back, and I haven't heard that someone is moving in with him. So I don't know. We talk on the phone every day, but I don't want to pry. So far on any news on the brother-in-law, he has filed no contact orders against my ex-husband and me. New update. I am sorry that I have been gone for too long, and I am overwhelmed by the support that you have given me here. Some of you are still asking about me. I don't know where to start. I have been in constant pain and stress about everything that happened, but my brother-in-law is now exposed to everyone about what he did to me. For those of you who think he is in love with me, he isn't. He very much hates my guts and has done since the day I rejected him. Hate is also a driving force, and not only love. So for the stupid users that I would like to call losers who made fun of me about me bragging about a man not being over me in 20 years, that's not it. If this is bragging, then you're actually very sick in the head. Unfortunately, I was sent these comments from a different sub about updates. What a bunch of losers I was. In constant fear that my brother-in-law will be hurting my sister because of me, and I am not certain if he will. But that was the only reason I have been apathetic. I wasn't sure what the right step was with people like him. He has hidden his hatred so well for so long. So, what more is he capable of? I didn't want my sister and her children to be the collateral damage. That's why I have been careful. I am sorry to disappoint you by not being the strong bad. B, I have other priorities. My sister and I finally talked. I love her and her children very much. She seemed just very hurt and questioning her entire marriage, and who can blame her? I tried the baby steps approach. I wanted her to know I was there for her, and I was honest with her about my worries about her and her children with a man like him. It worked for a while, and I was being hopeful. But something changed, and it probably had to do with her husband giving her an ultimatum. Divorce or cut your family off. She chose her marriage. It broke my parents and me, but I don't think we can do anything about it. It is her own choice, even if we believe it is coerced. But maybe there's this little chance that she knows him better than we do. There's the little hope that he is a better person towards his family. I am clinging on to that hope. She wrote us telling us to forget she and her children existed and that they will take legal action if we ever tried to contact them. Brother-in-law deleted all his social media accounts, and his friends apparently all want nothing to do with him. I have heard he is planning on leaving the city because everyone knows what he did now, and he is having a hard time with it. He barely leaves the house, and he has been shamed even at work. My ex-husband and I are moving on with the divorce. I don't blame him for believing the rumors, but at the same time, I wish he knew me better. Like I thought he did. That I would never do such a thing and cheat on him. I am so sorry that he moved back for me, and probably was hoping we could give it another chance, but I can't. He has apologized so many times and said so many times that he never truly believed the rumors. But I have started to think that our marriage wasn't strong enough to overcome a rumor. It is nobody's fault. But I thought our love was stronger than it actually was. I think we both thought that. I have started dating a new guy a few weeks before all this started after over a year of me not even being able to leave bed. He has seen all of this unfolding, and he's been very patient and supportive. I think I have a real shot at happiness now. At least he knows everything and is well prepared in case my brother-in-law isn't done with me yet. Thank you for reading all this. And thank you again for being there for me. Relevant comments. I'm sorry your sister is in a tough place. I hope she comes around because he's isolating her now. Original poster responded. My only hope now is that she knows something that we don't know about him, that he is better than we think. I am so sorry too. And I have nightmares all the time since she cut us off. Somebody said, question, did your sister mention if brother-in-law admitted to everything? Does your sister truly believe you? Original poster responded, my sister believes me. He has dropped the mask and wasn't pretending anymore. He can't contain his hate for me anymore, and he is basically still having a hard time getting over the fact that I didn't even give him a chance before saying no. How did I know he wasn't good enough for me? Only judging him by his looks. My sister told me all this. Original poster replied on if her ex-husband heard her out on what really happened and if he understood that her devices were hacked. No, he was in a state of shock and he was inconsolable. I gave him all my devices to check and demanded to meet the guy and to confront him. But it spread around very quickly, and I guess he succumbed to the pressure. He said that he wanted to believe me and his guts told him I was innocent. But it made it worse because then he started thinking that he wasn't thinking clearly objectively because he loved me.
We dated for 2 years. She loved tattoos, maybe had 6 tattoos when we were dating. To be honest, I never liked tattoos, but I don't judge people for having it. Once we had an argument on a topic that she had a tattoo right over her vagina, written as James Property. James is my surname. She said she had done this for me. I appreciated her, but also I told her it wasn't necessary. I told her she doesn't need to show her love by marking her body. I love her for being herself. She took it offensively and started to argue with me, saying I don't love her and I don't appreciate her efforts for our relationship. He had an argument, but was able to solve it and pass through it. Then she asked me to have a tattoo of her name on my neck as her birthday present. She knew that I absolutely hate tattoos, and I do participate in blood donation events, so it's a big no from me. I told her she can ask anything, but I won't have any tattoos. She again started to argue with me, but I was firm with my decision. Then she lost it, called me names, shouted at me, and accused me of using her. I couldn't believe what I was hearing from her at that moment. I realized our relationship was getting toxic. I wanted to end it, but wanted to give it another go because I loved her. To my surprise, she broke up with me, saying she can't be with someone who doesn't love her. Before I could do anything, I found myself blocked by her every social media. 2 years have passed since then, and I'm in a much better position right now. I'm doing really well, and I'm earning a fair income too. I gained new hobbies, I met new people, and became friends with them. But last night, I got plenty of messages from my ex asking how I was. I wasn't expecting this, because I almost forgot that she existed because they parted ways, but I didn't reply to any of them. At midnight, I got a bunch of calls from her, but didn't pick any of them. In the early morning, she called me again and was sending me messages continuously. Finally, I picked her call and she said we need to talk. I told her what, and she immediately said she made a huge mistake by breaking up with me, that she misses me and she wants me back. She also said she won't force me for anything again and will try to remove those tattoos if I want. I was listening to her, but for some reason, I didn't feel anything. It's maybe because my life became more beautiful without her in these 2 years, and I don't want to sacrifice it. I just said, freak off, and never try to contact me again. Then I blocked her. I don't know if what I did was right or wrong, but I shared it with some of my friends today. Some of them said I did the right thing. Some of them said I was extra cruel to her for saying it because she was trying to get a chance to fix our broken relationship. Some comments, you're not wrong. Sounds like she just threw out a bunch of how much she missed you and won't make you do this or that, but never truly apologized for her emotional immaturity. You've already created a new chapter in your life, just keep moving forward. I don't think she missed you. I think she's having trouble finding another guy who wants to see James' property written on her. It's the grammatical error that bothers me the most. Update 2 days later. A little update. First of all, I'd really like to thank you all for the support you guys have shown. To be honest, I wasn't expecting this, but still, it means a lot to me. I got an update on my current situation which I'd like to share. Almost every one of you guys told me to block her, which I already did, and move on. I was determined to move on, but my ex seems like had other plans. Since I blocked her contact number, she started to spam call me. Every time I blocked my number, I'd get another call from a new number, and it was my ex, asking me to meet her once, and she wants to see me desperately. Damn, I wanted to change my number, but it's hard, because my job requires a healthy communication with my coworkers, and they always contact me on this number. I was getting spam calls from her, but later, I started to get spam messages from her friends saying to man up and meet up with her. They said she's badly hurt by my actions and she still loves me a lot. They also said my ex didn't date anyone in the past 2 years and was celibate because she was working on herself to be a better person for me. Another stupidity. They said many more things, but I just blocked them without replying. Then I started to get spam calls too. What the heck is wrong with these people? I picked up a few calls and they were absolutely furious with me, bad-mouthing me, cursing me, calling me names, calling me not a man, and saying they will find a better person for my ex than me, that I'm a piece of crap and I don't deserve my ex at all, blah blah blah. I just laughed loudly, which maybe made them more furious. I just told them I noted their contact numbers and now I'm going to take legal help. To my surprise, their calling stopped immediately, and since then none of them called me once. Cowards. Now here, I did something which can make you guys angry. I met with my ex today because she promised me that she will leave me alone and never bother me again if I agree to meet up with her once. I believed and told her that I'll meet with her in a nearby restaurant. She said she will book a table for us, and we fixed a time for the meetup. When I reached the spot, I saw someone waiting on the table. This is the first time I saw her in 2 years, and she didn't change that much. The only thing changed was that she got some more tattoos on her hand and on her shoulders. She was brunette, but now she colored her hair blonde. She proceeded to hug me, but I rejected. I told her that I'm in a hurry because my girlfriend is waiting for me. It's not true because I'm not dating anyone and I have no interest in spending time with my ex. She looked hurt, took her eyes down for a min, and regained herself saying, she understands, and she won't take much time. She asked me to sit, and I did. She then said to apologize for how she ended things between us, and how she regretted it every single day. She said she was a baggage person back then, and now she can realize how much damage she had done to our relationship back then. She again apologized to me, saying she understands if I have nothing to do with her, if I hate her or don't want to see her again, if I wish her death because she thinks she deserves it. I was silent in hearing all these, and I could see tears rolling from her eyes. I just told her that I don't hate you, and I'm sorry for being rude to you on call, and I congratulate you for improving yourself and being a better person. She thanked me. I asked her if she still had the tattoo on her. She said yes, and she has no intention to remove it. I told her to remove it and move on with her life. Then I told her I needed to leave, and she said she wished me happiness, and she's happy because I finally met someone who will take good care of me. I thanked her. She said she will keep her promise and she will never contact me again, but she wished one day we can be friends in future. She then said goodbye, and both of us walked away in different ways. So that's it. I haven't got any calls, text from her or her friends since then. I feel like that this is a closure I really needed, and now I'm free in my life. I feel fresh and I can move on with my life without any type of hesitation. I wish her the best and hope that she finds true love in her life. Thanks to everyone. I really appreciate all of you for showing your support. Thank you once again. Comments. So she had everyone harass you repeatedly to tell you she's sorry? Doesn't sound like she grew much. Glad you told her your girlfriend was waiting. To be honest, all these people sound like absolute trash. Good luck in the future, far, far away from this nutbag and her flying monkeys. I am not sure. Crazy people have crazy friends. I wouldn't be surprised if that's their crazy way of helping. Poster replies, I just hope she keeps her promises. Not gonna lie, but she seemed more mature and behaved than before. I wished her luck, and I hope she gets happiness in her life. Update 8 days later. Hello everyone. Yeah, it's me again. It's been a week and I'm here to update about my situation. Also, I'd be clearing some doubts, and people ask me in my direct message, did she try to contact me again? Many of you in my previous post said that she's not done with and she will try to contact me again. Good news, guys. It seems like she really became mature enough. Since last week, I haven't received a single message or calls from her. I didn't get any messages from her friends either. Some of them blocked me and some of them apologized for their behavior. Did she remove the tattoo? Like I said in my last post, she didn't remove it. She said she will keep it. Even though I told her to remove it and move on with her life, she said she knows and she will manage. I didn't take it further. Did she make any horniness offers during the meetup? No, she didn't. She looked emotional, and she was asking for forgiveness the whole time. Is it true that she was celibate for the past 2 years? In her words, she was. She said she knows I won't believe it, and she doesn't know how to prove it. She said since our breakup, she was a total wreck, and was able to understand how toxic she was. She said she sought therapy and did work on herself for improvement. Why did she involve her friends? She said she didn't expect it. In fact, her friends assured her that they would convince me to get back with her, so she trusted them. She also said sorry for it, and said she will make sure that our friends don't bother me again about her. My current relationship? In my previous post, I said I was seeing a coworker. Yes, we are dating now. 4 days ago, I got a proposal from her unexpectedly. It was a perfect moment for us. I hugged, kissed, and slept together for the first time. I made it official in my account, and my friends are still congratulating me now. That's it. A wild chapter of my life is finally closed. I'm set to take my step for the upcoming future with my girlfriend. Thanks to everyone who showed your support. It was really great, and I respect all of you for that. Wishing a happy life to all of you.